Hello, Tree Monsters. This is Jeremy Biello reporting once again on Clark Avenue, where behind me, back on January 30th, a water main broke, causing much damage to local residents and businesses down Clark Avenue. We talked to some of the locals about this matter and their feelings after receiving a letter from the city denying any damages. Okay, so Richard, now tell me, a lot of damage was had to your basement from all this flooding, no?
Yes, quite a bit of it. Quite a bit of damage. We've lost a couple of furnaces, hot water tanks, and a lot of supplies that we use for the bar.
And how much did that cost in damages?
We're probably looking with cleanup and everything in excess of about $12,000.
$12,000.
It knocked out our furnace and our water heater, and because I couldn't get my furnace repaired that day, I had to wait about a week in order to get the money together to make repairs. Every pipe in my house froze. Most of the pipes burst. And I could get the water turned back on downstairs, but when it came to the upstairs, I ran out of money. So we still haven't made those repairs, and my son, who's living upstairs, has to come downstairs to use the bathroom. I personally spent over $3,000 on repairs, and $3,000 I didn't have.
Now, Dale, you had some damages to your house, too, from the flooding.
Yes. I had 2.5 foot of water. I also have a step down, must have been a cold storage room. So that room is probably 3 foot below my actual basement floor. So that room had about 5 foot of water. Lost all my Christmas decorations. I had carpet I had purchased for the upstairs of the house. I didn't lay it yet, so that was downstairs. Lost all that. It was brand new, never installed. Miscellaneous tools. A friend of mine actually stays in the basement, so he lost a bedroom, dresser, chair. So yeah, it's been rough. Plus I also had to replace one of 2 furnaces, 1 hot water tank, and I think that was it as far as the big ticket items. And then on top of all of that, I had lost a turtle because of the ice cold water that was in my basement. I have a pond in my backyard, and usually come wintertime I take all the fish and all the turtles out and then move them into my basement. And seeing that the water got so high, the turtles of course were swimming around, and I actually lost one of them because, I mean, it was ice cold water. So there was one tragic loss in the family, I guess.
When did you first make contact with the city over this matter?
It was probably around 60 days ago or something. After about 30 days after it happened, we put in a claim with the city, trying to get some help to get back on our feet, because it was quite a loss for us. So, and then we waited, and then we received a letter from them weeks later, stating that they denied our claim.
Denied it.
Denied.
You know of other people. A lot of the street was...
Our side of the street got hit pretty good. Our neighbors there, he lost a few furnaces across the street, hot water tanks, furnaces, supplies, and they all put a claim in with the city, and they were all denied also.
Did you approach the city about reimbursement for damages?
Yeah, I filed necessary paperwork with them, took pictures. Took them about a month, but they sent me a denial letter because they said it wasn't something that could have been seen prior to it actually happening. They wasn't made aware of a problem, so therefore they can't take care of the problem.
And I was hoping for reimbursement from the city for the repairs that I did make so that I could continue to work on my house. But I just got a letter from the city this week that said the water department came out and turned off the water when they were notified that there was a leak, and that's all that they could do. So sorry you were inconvenienced, but we're not going to reimburse you for those repairs. And again, I say that's horseshit, because they let that water run from 10 o'clock at night until 4 o'clock in the morning. So for 6 hours there was a geyser out there pouring thousands of gallons of water into the street.
And actually when I watched the news, they said it was one of the oldest sewer lines in the city of Cleveland. So then I'm wondering what the shelf life is of a sewer line, and if it was one of the oldest, why wasn't it replaced prior to it breaking?
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, they must have some sort of documentation of what they do and, you know, what lines they're switching and changing.
Today, they also came out today, and they TV'd it, so we're waiting for the results to see if there's any damage to the sewer or not. Last week when they were here cleaning it, they were here over 8 hours, and they just kept cleaning, and it just kept collapsing. So we are wondering if that had something to do with the main sewer break that we had here that caused us all the problems. So that's why we're at the junction right now. We're waiting to see how the sewer is and where we could go from there.
We reached out to city officials, but none of them returned our calls for comment about the denied claims. Stay tuned, Tree Monsters, because we'll be keeping you updated on the city's reaction to the new claim that Clark Bar has filed. This has been Jeremy Bielo with Tree Monster TV.